Hey, hello, hi there, how are you? It's good to see you all. It's good to be seen by you all. I, the person being glad about the seeing and being seen, am Bill Sylvie, aka the Dungeon Delver, coming to you live from an undisclosed location somewhere in the swamps of Central Florida. And how are you? I hope you guys are having a good evening. I'm having a pretty good one. It's Tuesday, but that doesn't mean it can't be fun. That doesn't mean that we can't enjoy ourselves tonight. Whether you are watching us over here on YouTube, whether you are watching us over there on Twitter. And folks, if you're just tuning into the show for the first time, if you've never seen the show, if you're just stopping by and you haven't done this, would you please and kindly, if you could click the subscribe button, click the bell icon for notifications. Because let me tell you what, I think personally, I bring some pretty good content. I think I do some pretty cool stuff, and I hope you do too. I very much hope you do too. If you're watching this, regardless of whether you're subscribed or not, maybe you're like, hey, maybe, I might if I like it. Give the video a thumbs up if you like it. And if you're watching it well after the fact, leave a comment down below. And if you liked it, tell me what you liked. If you didn't like it, give me a thumbs down and tell me what you didn't like. I will do more of the things you like and less of the things you didn't like within reason. And I will endeavor to do that. Thank you, Daniel Rowan. I think I'm swell too. Pauper Knight Canuck, David Mills, North of the Rockies, Chris Kane, Jonathan Palmer, Robert Phillips, RPG Grandma, CJ D. Young, the third, TB Flowers, Daniel Rowan, if I didn't see your name, Gonzalo Lira's Bartab. Well, we'll have to see about that. And Vincent Notabartolo. But let me tell you guys a little bit about what we're doing tonight. We are going to be playing some first edition advanced Dungeons and Dragons, and we're going to live stream the results of all of this madness. Now, you might be thinking, okay, so you're going to play AD&D and then you're going to live stream it, and lots of people do that. What's the big deal? Is that supposed to be like a special thing? And let me tell you, none of this is rehearsed. All right. We don't have like a script reads. We don't have like table reads. We don't have discuss story arcs and that sort of thing. We just play AD&D and hope that you guys enjoy it. But the bigger point is, if you have questions about what we're doing and how we play, things that go on, ask in the live stream. And if I don't answer it, someone in the live stream might, or maybe even one of the players might. And if I don't answer it, it's probably not that I don't care. Like, screw that person, I'm not answering their question. And I joke about it, but you certainly do not have to super chat to get a question answered. I appreciate, let me tell you what, if you watch the show, if you subscribe to the channel, you have done the awesomest thing you can. So don't feel like, oh, well, I got a super chat or else you won't see it. Don't bet on that, D and disability. That's what we do. I want people to see AD&D as not just as something that used to be, but as something that currently is, and it is awesome and it is thoroughly enjoyable. And I hope that maybe you'll take the mantle up and want to play, because I am all about promoting the positivity. And so we've got us a good stable of players out there getting ready to roll in. I'm excited about it. But before we get going, I wanna I wanna I want to address something that came up last night. Now, I don't feel like this is going to be a going thing. Honestly, I think it was just drive-by idiocy on someone's part. But I feel like I should mention this. Um, Guys, I do not think that I am above criticism. All right. You can look at my subscriber count. I am not someone who is separated from people as far as that. Now, I mean, maybe that's a parasocial relationship thing, but there we go. I don't sit around in an ivory tower and look down on people. If you have an issue with me, by all means, let me know. If there is something you're passionate about and enthusiastic about, and you would really like to see on my show, maybe leave me a comment or catch me on Twitter or catch me in Discord and say, hey, I would like to see this. And I will consider that, you know. I've had people ask me to have certain people on the show that just really aren't a good fit. Or I just don't want to, you know. And then at other times I've had people say, hey, ask this person on. And I've enthusiastically said, that's a darn good idea, and I'm going to do that. If you have an issue with someone in chat, like you're at odds with them over something that went on in the chat, just ignore them. Just stop engaging with them. I do keep an eyeball on the chat. I do look at the chat. I really frown on people going at each other in the chat. It is disruptive and it creates awkward feelings for people who don't want that. I try to be a very positive person and talk about the positive aspects of our hobby. So let me just come to it. If I see you, not you specifically, the general you, all right? If I see people going after other people in the chat saying really nasty things about it, about them, I may remove you. If you start, I may put you in timeout. I may tell you to stop doing that. I may just like pump the brakes on the live stream and take a minute to tell you to stop. But you may rest assured of something. If you start in on me, you're gone. I don't have time for that level of disruption in my life. Again, I'm not above criticism. There are times and places. And disrupting the live chat and attacking people and attacking me, that's just not it. And someone did that last night. And I kicked and banned them. So that's what I wanted to talk about. That is the thing that I wanted to bring up. It's only ever happened one other time, and I'm not even going to talk about that other time that it happened, because it's over and done with. That person never came back. That person never gave me a bunch of toxicity. This other individual might, or they might not. But if you weren't here last night, I figured maybe I should give it a little bit of air and discuss it. So I don't want you guys to think for a minute that there is anything happening that is like some heavy stuff, but I did want to mention it. I did feel like it merited bringing up. You know. So anyway, with that said, I think it's time we worked out our aggressions on each other with dice on graph paper, as it were. So I'm putting my headphones on, and I am going to bring in my crew of super AD&D players, at least most of them. And everybody, I want you to welcome our group of cool adventurers here. So first up, we have got Kevin, who has rolled himself up a new character. We'll see if they get if that new character gets introduced tonight. Everybody say hello to Kevin as Dan Drexel.
Hello. Let's see if I survive character creation. Oh wait.
We'll see if you survive, exactly. Now this next cat, of course, is a longtime friend of this show. He's got a new character too, or we'll be bringing a new character into the game. But I do want to mention he's got a YouTube channel, D and Disability. Check it out. Do me a solid. Subscribe to his channel. He's got great content. Everybody, welcome Thane Kyle, formerly Circumference, now Holder.
Hey, all.
And of course, wearing many hats right now, we have, I think he is Minister Without Portfolio. Everybody, welcome Mark as Snake or Duran.
Or anybody else that needs to get played.
That's right.
We can take some NPCs off your hands this time.
No, they're mine. They're mine. Yes.
Alrighty. And of course, the paladin of Pulchritude himself. Everybody, feast your eyes on my friend Doomsword Deathmaster as Durik Donagard. And last and definitely not least, also stepping up to the table, we have Graph Paper Architect as Lady Morwyn Ellisar. He's got 6 names. You can't have a name. He's got them all. Good evening to you all, adventurers. So, last week, the dust had settled. You were fighting in the kitchens of the Stockade. The crackling fire, the popping, flying grease is all that you can hear now, other than poor Yancey weeping over the body of her fallen friend, the magic user, Marius Easel, who lies dead on the floor in the hall near the front. Gentlemen, what are your intentions?
We should survey this carnage. Unfortunately, several have fallen. Yancey, things will be all right. It is the way of things.
She just kind of looks at you, forlorn. All right, so in this chamber, I don't have my pointing stick, so I will have to use this. But let's go over there. What is the better camera to use? That one's not bad. Okay, so in this chamber that you're currently in, you have a couple of doors, and then another over here. And then there is a door here, and there is a door here. So you have many doors about the room.
Okay, so you said we had 2 on that wall that would be on our right, and then 1 on either side of the entrance to this room.
Correct. The current camera view, you can see the ones flanking the entrance. You have 2 in the southern left and 1 in the southern right. And I'm going to take a hot minute and adjust those lights because I think that's a little dim. That is something I forgot to do. So you gents discuss your plans while I do that.
I believe if anything of fortitude were in any of these rooms, they would have joined the battle.
Well,
Since
I
they did
certainly
not.
hope not, because I really do think that it's time maybe we should consider just leaving.
Yeah.
Well,
Snake.
yeah, so,
Snake says, "Yeah, we should just get out of here. Take the bodies."
well, we're not going to get very far with the bodies with the archers guarding the outer parapet.
Well, at least get back to the crazy guy's place.
Well, we could go there. But do you not think that if there were reinforcements within these rooms, they would have not come to assistance?
That one guy went in that room over there. One of the boars.
Yeah, the pig man thing that. Oh my God! Yes, no,
One of the orcs fled.
No, it was a wereboar. Or a boar were. Half boar,
Yes.
half man.
he was a man,
Which
and then
room did he
was,
go into?
Oh, he went that way.
That way. As he points to the room that
Yes.
it's bottom of my screen on the right.
And he might be coming back with some more giant boar men things. And I just yes, I would really
That
like
is
to leave
correct.
now.
The wereboar fled through there. There's this door, and then there's a door here in the bottom.
Those
of
are
the
fair
screen.
assumptions. However, if we leave this room, we will allow him to escape. And if he escapes, he will tell everyone about what we have done here, assuming there is anyone left.
Supposedly there's a
prepared?
downstairs.
So he'll flee there and alert
I have
them.
a question for the DM before we get too much further, just to make sure that
Yes.
all the heals and all the everything went through last night. It was like at the tail end of everything, so we're good to go, or
Well,
we're still trashed?
Were there? I do recall Lady Morwen getting a Cure Light Wounds cast on her.
Yep.
That restored 7, so she is actually back to full. She has her full 6 hit points.
Snake
Yeah, she's
goes
full,
over.
but I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say Snake wants to go over to that door where the wereboar and open up and peek down. What does he see? Peek into
I'm
it.
going to follow him.
All right. So you're going over there in the audience as you're viewing this. It's going to be in the upper left corner of this room. And I am once again doing that thing where I'm waving my mouse pointer over, like anyone can see that. Here to that door. Alrighty. So
Didn't he rip the door off? I thought.
no, he jerked it open and ran down as fast as he could.
We still have, so we've got that little halfling guy, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Oakley.
I thought he
we've got
bailed.
him. Oakley.
I don't know that. Mark, were you running Oakleaf or who
No,
was
Mark-
that?
It was me.
Oh, okay.
Kevin
It was me.
over.
Yeah, he didn't run away. He ran out of the room.
Okay.
And we pretended he ran back to the tavern in
okay, yeah,
Grimsby's,
there were-
let's say idiom.
Jokes being about him fleeing.
Yeah,
aside.
he left the room. He didn't flee the whole thing.
Okay. All right.
So we have Duran, we've got Snake, we've got Durek, we've got Lady Morwen.
Yep.
And Oakleaf outside.
So-
And that's where we're at.
Speaking of Duran, Duran's like, oh, sorry, that's Snake's voice. I don't know Duran's voice. Oh, Durek, Snake, you guys look kind of rough. Well, come over here. Come over here.
Always a gentleman and a scholar.
Duran will cast Cure Light Wounds on Durek and on Snake.
Alrighty. You may go ahead and roll those.
Okay.
Roll for Durek.
Where's my D8? It's in here someplace.
Wow, you should have rolled a d8.
Durek gets 7.
All right, there's 7 hit points back for Durek.
And Snake. Boo.
Little less than half of that. Okay.
Yep, there you go. There's 1 Cure Light Wounds left.
Okay. Those of you
Thank
who
you.
march to the far corner, let me just go over there and reveal what you see.
Yeah, and so out of character, yeah, I wanna leave too. But I if we don't have to come back into, since all these doors are in this room, if we don't have to come back into this room ever, that would be great.
I don't think we saw
Yes.
anybody come out of the other doors. This is the only one that we know someone's gone in or out of. Be good to see what's
Right.
just behind this door.
So you
And
say we
those,
can't leave
those
because
other
of
ones, I mean, at least according to the map, right? Apologize if I interrupted. At least according to the map, those just look like rooms,
Yeah, yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
I think if somebody were in those rooms, they would have come out to help.
It's probably where
Unless
those
they're total
hobgoblins were.
cowards.
Like the hobgoblins were probably coming out of the room. Because remember, it took us like
Right.
3 tries to open the doors, so they knew we were coming.
all right.
Right.
But you say to leave, we have to kill the archers. You said.
If there's still any archers left, yeah.
If they're still there, indeed.
So we must find
I
our way
have
to
no
these
weapons
archers.
of ranged type.
Well, Snake has a crossbow.
My dwarf had that compound bow, which I think Snake or I know Snake has the strength for it. I don't know about the paladin.
Yeah.
The
Snake,
paladin
I don't
does
believe
not,
knows
and
how
the
to use
paladin
that.
wouldn't use that anyway. And we had the wonderful power of that ring, but that's died with its bearer.
Hmm.
So we're gonna we're facing a gauntlet on the way out if those guys are still there.
Well, someone can put the ring on.
Okay.
Yeah, not me.
Which ring is this?
It's the
No,
ring of
Spellstorm.
the ring of shooting stars.
Oh, shooting
Oh,
stars.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the shooting
And there's also a ring of spell storing, and there's another ring of spell storing, and there's the staff of the snake, and there's a lot.
Wait, that's right. Duran has a staff of the snake. I don't have a character sheet. I'm just making up as I go.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
yeah,
is
You could
correct.
send that snake under one of those doors.
Yeah, I
Um,
forgot that he has the staff of the snake. Let me write that down.
He rarely used it. He had that flail. I'm pretty sure he had a healing item of some kind. I don't know if he used all the charges on the staff of
Yeah.
healing, but he had that.
Yeah. I
Okay.
just remember the rope.
The door, when you open it, you can see it opens into what looks like a fairly bare pantry. However, right here is a panel that has been pushed aside to reveal a curving staircase that goes this way and down.
Ooh.
Duran remembers that that merchant I think we killed off. The slaver said the masters were downstairs, or maybe it was the armorer that said the masters were downstairs. I don't think we're in a
We
position to deal with the masters. Durik,
We must
Durik,
do
as
everything we can.
as your spiritual advisor, Durik, I recommend that you do not go down there today.
My God tells me the same.
And that is my God.
We
and I'm
are
telling
not
you
up to the
do.
task.
Yes.
And I am grieving at the moment. But we must do everything we can to prevent them from coming through this door, to at least slow them down while we make our escape.
Let's get some spikes and close this pantry door off, so no one can come out this way.
Indeed. What about these other doors? I mean,
Let's
I
peek.
suppose, yes, we can do that. And it's a bit of a moot point now, since we must come back through this room.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, wedging that door is not a problem. There's enough. There's the hand axes that were thrown at you guys. If you have iron spikes, yeah, you can basically make that door impassable to casual attempts to open it if you wish.
Then let's do that. And we'll
Agreed.
take a moment and peek in these other rooms, these other doors, just to finish off the map.
Okay, you going to the one next to it first, or how are you proceeding?
I want to cross the way, yeah.
I
To me, it
just
looks like
follow Snake.
it looks like the top right on my screen.
Oh, so you're not opening the one right next to the.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's one right
Yeah,
next
one
to it.
right
Yes.
next
yeah.
to
There's
it.
there's
Let's do
there's
that.
two doors.
Yes.
There's
Sorry.
two doors. Okay. So behind that door. Let's see. That is. Sorry, I gotta zip back up to that. Oh, that's not it at all. That's a completely different module in this series. I went to a page of. I'm like, okay, let's go to page 38. Nope.
Way better than the Legion of Gold. That would be a problem.
Relatively speaking. Okay. This room is filled with dry goods, smoked meats, canned goods, and other non-perishable food. There is a goodly amount of provender in this chamber. Okay, everyone. Let's see. Let's do the table cam there. Okay, so yes, you can see you have the newly opened larder is here. So that is what is in there. Lots and lots and lots of goods in that storeroom.
Does it appear that it could be lit ablaze?
I mean, dry goods, smoked goods, canned goods, and other non-perishable food. There's wooden shelves and tables.
Right.
I mean, you can certainly throw a lit torch or oil in there.
Perhaps we should destroy this before we leave,
Why?
so that they at least lose some of their provisioning. Do you know nothing of sieges?
Yeah, I don't know
I mean, eat
anything
it all
about
if you like.
sieges.
Very well.
So,
That's all.
forgive me, I really don't have much experience with this at all.
I mean, we can
Darren,
take some with us, but we
Darren
have not much
speaks up.
use for it.
Darren speaks up. If we're transporting a small army of catatonic slaves and otherwise, why don't we just take that to feed them?
Indeed, but we do have corpses of our fallen friends to carry along with us.
Well, the halfling's probably not going to be resurrected. The dwarf's definitely not being resurrected. What's the point in carrying them?
Got to carry
Wow.
their stuff. They'd want us to have it. Wink.
We should certainly take their stuff. Perhaps Duran can say some last rites on them then in lieu of a proper burial. It pains me to say such, but sometimes good men are left with no choices.
Sadly, the needs of the living outweigh the needs of the dead.
Well said, priest.
All right. So the next room, are you guys exploring? Let's go. You guys coming over here?
Sure.
Alrighty. Somebody want to give me an open doors roll on that, please?
Snake will do that.
All right.
Ding. Yeah.
Oh, easily. Okay.
Looks like you have a question in the chat.
Let me see the question in chat. Why is it harder to attempt resurrection on a dwarf? It depends. Dwarves, a raised dead and a resurrection spell function exactly the same on a dwarf as do they do on a human or halfling or half elf. However, magical devices, rod of resurrection, staff of healing, staff of curing, that sort of thing, function slightly differently depending on who you are raising back up. The more alien from soul the spirit of the individual, for example, if we're talking about a rod of resurrection, the more charges it requires. So in this circumstance, I think a dwarf fighter would be 3 charges, whereas a human fighter would only be 2. So it's just going to vary a little bit. As to the why, I think it would come down to a matter of how disassociated from the concept of soul they are and closer to the spirit realm. Anyway, moving on.
And dwarves are naturally tough, you see, so you got to really charge up that defibrillator or you're not gonna get in.
The other reason is we've got like 2 weeks to travel in any direction, and that plus rest, there's no cleric will be able to res.
All right, so let me tell you about this room. This room appears to be someone's quarters. There is a simple bed in the northwest corner and a small circular table with 2 chairs. On the table is a bottle of wine and a chessboard. At the foot of the bed is a carved wooden chest. The chest has been carved to depict a battle scene in high relief. Hanging on the wall is a shield, a leather cloak, a shirt, a mandolin, and a skald's field harp. On the bed is a fur covering. There's a door in the south end of the room with a big lock on it. So if you guys are seeing on camera there, this is the door with a big lock. And of course you can see in the room here with the other accoutrements.
Maybe this is the big guy's bedroom.
Indeed, it seems that way. Perhaps there is treasure to be found, such that we can assist with whatever we shall encounter while trying to gather more men.
Let's make sure there's nothing hiding in there. She points to the closet door.
I don't know. We don't have any of our little fifi guys to unlock the door anymore.
It's locked.
No, but perhaps we can break this lock.
Yeah. You want me to give it a try?
Well, have you a magical weapon? I worry
Yes.
about my regular steel against it.
I do have a +1 dagger. Let's see if I break it. Can Snake attempt to snap the lock with his +1 dagger?
You can certainly
I can
try
certainly
to
try. Yes.
You can certainly try to smash it against it.
Or get the dagger. I'm imagining a padlock. Get the dagger in there and like twist it or something. I don't know.
Okay.
What should I roll?
Let's see. Give me a bend bars lift gates roll. What is his strength? I think it was
It's 17.
17. Okay, so
he
his.
needs, sorry, go for it.
Well, go ahead and roll it, and we'll see if it matters.
Yeah, he needs a 13. Nope.
Okay. As you jam the knot, that wasn't bad. You know, you get it to wiggle around a little, and the lock clatters. And from the other side, you hear,
Icar, you snake's belly! You let me out of here right now!
Got a live one.
Sounds like
Well,
they
that's
want to be
small.
let out. They aren't
Indeed.
menacing evil pig man.
So, Snake bangs on the door. Who's that?
oh, hang on. Sorry, I didn't.
And I will attempt to detect evil if that's possible to do through a door such as this.
It is possible, and there is evil on the other side of the door.
Careful with yon creature.
My name is Uriel. I have been imprisoned here by Icar. Free me! He
What?
keeps me as a chattel slave.
Don't like that.
And what are you?
I mean, you could say please.
Very well. Please free me. Icar keeps me locked in here and he has his way with me.
And
Oh,
what
good
are you?
Lord.
I find your voice rather strange.
I told you. I am Icar's layman. He keeps me here for his pleasures.
Indeed, well, and you shall stay there if you do not tell me what type of creature you are.
Lady, he's asking if you're a human or not.
You brute! You're just as bad as Icar was.
Well,
I'm
mean,
a
no,
Perhaps
victim.
You don't have to be a woman. We're not judging. It's just, what are you? If you're a three-headed, one-horned, flying purple people eater, we'd like to know.
Indeed.
Snake tries
am-
to lock again.
I am none of those things.
That was one thing.
Oh, Snake's trying to bend bars, lift gates again.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, sure. You can give it a try again.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nope, didn't work.
it doesn't budge.
Maybe Icar had keys on him.
Indeed.
I'll
I'll
back
go
and check.
look.
You go
Yeah.
look.
She goes back out and looks for the keys on the headless, not burning guy.
Okay.
I find your just duplicitousness in not answering the question rather disturbing.
I find the high-pitched voice disturbing. Is the room filled
As
with,
do
like,
I.
helium or something?
No,
Yes,
the room
Find
is
your
not filled
presence
with the
evil
helium.
disturbing.
I am working on a soundboard for verisimilitude. Thank you very much.
Well, currently you sound like the either A, when Yzma's turned into a cat, or B, the main villain from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, neither of which are doing you any favors.
Hey, it doesn't pipe back through my headphones. What can I say?
I'm just letting you know that's what you're hitting right now.
Okay, that's fine.
Lady Morwen, while you're out there, kindly ask Yancey for assistance. I understand her grief.
Yancy, dear, I know that it's very, very tough right now, but they need your help. You see, the men can't seem to figure out a door, and you got to go and help them with it.
I heard that, Lady Morwen. Just get the
What
keys.
is what is she gonna do? Like sit and kick it?
She's magical. She does stuff.
She has dimension door, but that ain't gonna help you guys.
Yeah, she can
Yeah,
dimension
really.
door in there.
But then not back out.
Yes.
If I find the keys.
Would a pixie's arm fit in the lock?
Well, she's not a pixie. She's a brownie. She's a little shorter than a halfling, so probably
Okay.
not.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so you search Icar's corpse and you do not come up with a key.
Oh, there's nothing on here. Yeah. No key, no nothing. We should go back in the bedroom and start looking through the drawers and dressers and all over the place.
And what about
So-
those other fools?
All right.
What?
You say you're looking for other things.
Yeah, looking through his dressers is whatever furniture there might be there would be a key.
Okay. There's an iron chest cemented into the floor. Let's see. You open it up. There's a lot of gold in here. There's a lot of gold in here. There are pieces of jet that look very expensive. There are black opal bracelets, and underneath the coins, there is a locked, hammered brass coffer. It's a very intricate looking lock.
Oh my.
Anyone got a hammer?
We're still looking for a damn key for this lock on the door.
That's why I asked if we had a hammer.
Let's see.
I mean, the hammer and chisel will get the door open just fine.
Yeah.
Now, I will also point out that everything is bolted to the floor except for the bed. There is hanging from a key ring, or hanging from the bedpost, sort of tucked out of sight. There is a small key ring with a few keys on it.
Aha.
Aha! Excellent. I will take the keys. I will take them over to Durik, and I will say, jingle, 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 jingle.
I see that you have found them. Beware, that creature beyond is evil.
Give me
And
those.
perhaps even demonic.
Let me out.
Snake
Then
grabs,
I
don't
ready my
do it.
sword.
Snake grabs the key.
Let's leave them in. If they're evil, just leave them in.
How do you know it's evil?
I am a courier and messenger and conduit of my god.
So you did ask them.
Indeed.
Okay.
Yes, I will point out to the players, he did employ Detect Evil on the door.
Oh. Then maybe we don't let her out.
I'd
Well,
say
if
not.
we do, well, then that's why I was trying to attempt to figure out what type of creature it is,
Let's get out of here.
which it is still not answered.
Sick of this place.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's just leave them.
Oh, yes. Well, gentlemen, that box over there, you might want to have a little look in there.
Oh, and I will also point out when you were looking in there, there is a piece of vellum in there, sheepskin. It has strange raised lettering. You don't recognize it, but if you run your fingers over it, you can feel that each character is raised.
Some very interesting artifacts in there that you lot probably know quite a bit more about than I do. Of course, it would be nice if you would share, but there they are in that trunk there.
Snake, shall we look through these couple of remaining doors?
Yeah, we can't carry all this crap out. So let's look at those other rooms and take the good stuff.
She's going to take what she can then. If they're not going to take it, she'll put on the bracelets and she'll stuff her pockets.
Okay. You are wearing armor right now. That's you're not currently encumbered. I'm sorry, you were about to say something.
I was going to say Duran can't take much, but I'm sure he could take one or two small high-value items.
Okay. The 10 pieces of matched jet are, I mean, they weigh next to nothing. You can put those in a belt pouch, and it maybe is a half pound at most.
Perhaps one of those keys opens the coffer you spoke of. And
Why?
we certainly want all gems and jewelry.
Why not just take the whole coffer, sell the coffer too? Just stick it in your pocket and move on.
Yeah, the coffer's a little. I mean, it's like 18 inches by 10 inches by 10 inches. It's
Okay, it's big.
it's-
Okay. Whenever
yeah,
I think
it's
coffers,
not tiny.
I think much smaller than that.
Okay. And there, by the way, those bracelets, there are 10 of those. Well, there's 8 of those because Lady Morwen is wearing 2 of them, and they look fairly expensive too.
I have a sack.
Okay. Are you
Well, more than
taking?
one.
Are you taking the gold also?
Well, how much is there? Like a lot?
Lots and lots. Like maybe a couple of thousand. So you're looking at a couple 100 pounds of gold.
Well, Snake, shall we open these doors or shall we just sort through this treasure and leave?
Let's open these doors and we'll take the good stuff out of here.
Indeed.
We'll pick and choose the
Yes,
good
let's
stuff
make
and
sure
get
there's
the hell out of
nothing in those doors that would sneak around behind us.
here. Ah, you're starting to think like a fighter. Good job.
Okay.
Now fight like one.
Let me move the camera
be
back
nice.
over, guys.
I'm always nice. It is in my nature.
Yeah. So we're. What? He took his headphones off. Oh, he's gonna go. Okay.
So we can talk about them.
That's what I always tell my
so we-
people. I remember, gosh, so many times, and we'll do stuff, play paladins. I play paladins, and they go, "You can't do that. You're gonna break your alignment." And I'm like, "Lawful good does not mean lawful nice."
Yeah.
Actually, it usually means not lawful nice.
Yeah, there are a few characters that usually I've ever wanted to punch more than paladins. That's for sure.
That's why I lay it on thick, my friend.
I swear, if I roll a paladin, I'm gonna have to go Dean. I'm just gonna be just like, I need pie, and I need to kill some demons right now.
How's that sound, TK? You ready for a group with 2 paladins?
That's fun. Oh, I was going to play a paladin. I had the stats for a paladin with my ranger, and I played a ranger instead because you were a paladin at the time. So,
Right.
like, you know, I might play a paladin again. It'd be fun. I like playing them like Judge Dredd.
What would we have to do to get Bill to run a one shot where we're all Kender out in the North Pole having to save Santa Claus from Krampus?
I don't
You-
have
And
enough
your
money.
paladins?
Don't have that kind of money at your disposal.
Now,
I'm
that
afraid
said,
I wouldn't show up for that.
Okay.
that said, show up on my channel sometime. I will happily run that for you.
Well, I get to be
Door-
Krampus then, because that's the only way I play it.
All right. Door on the left, door on the right. Which one are you opening?
Snake.
She's with who's ever opening whatever door. She's behind them.
The one over there. The first one you pointed at, Bill.
All right. Door on the left-hand side as we look at it. Let's go here. Okay. In that chamber, it appears to be a fairly normal looking storeroom. I need to look at the map real quick and see exactly what might be in there. I thank everyone for their patience. Let's see, that is...
I think it's Krampus.
It's the desiccated bodies of a bunch of Kender stacked like cordwood.
It's an outhouse made out of cordwood kinder.
All right.
It's Bill's
right.
woodshed, wouldn't it?
This room looks like a typical bedroom, though slovenly kept. There is a bed in the corner. You know, it's typical of the beds you guys have seen. Nothing else really of note in here.
Very well, the last door.
Yeah, let's go to the other one.
Alrighty.
Quick, get the kinder images so we can swap out our images.
We could do that sometime. Sorry
Can
if
you
I
control Yancey, Kevin?
I don't know if she would allow me to control her at this point.
Yeah, well, you went and
She's a
died
little
on her,
upset
you
with
know.
my PC, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hate you having to sit there in the background and not being able to do anything.
It's totally cool. I'm eating some ramen and you know, watching the activities.
As long as you're happy. Sorry if I sound gruffer than usual, by the way. I doused my hand in boiling oil today because I had no depth perception. I literally stuck my
Oh.
whole hand in it.
Oh, I did that before.
Oh God.
So
Oof.
I'm sitting here with ice on my right hand. So I
Oh
only
my
have
God.
Oh, that's rough. I've had fryer oil splash and lots of other oil-related things. It's not ever fun, but not
Okay.
submersion, thank goodness. Oof.
So, Snake, as you open the door, there is a squeal of rage, and a giant boar charges out of the room towards you. I do not believe that Snake has exceptional dex, but I'm going to...
It looks like he has a 14.
A 14, so that's not exceptional. However, you are not surprised by the boar. The room contains 3 beds, a short table, and 4 stools. The room is filthy and foul-smelling. On a bed of straw in the northwest corner, there is a wild boar, which immediately rises, squealing to move over and attack.
Slam the door, slam the door.
So right over there in front of the room, with Lady Morwen behind them, we have Snake and we have Durek. Snake, what are your intentions, please?
Can I slam the door in its face?
You can certainly try to close the door if you win initiative.
That's what I
How
will
about Durek?
I'll cut it down as it comes through the door.
Alrighty. So Dirk is planning on attacking. Snake is planning on trying to shut the door. And GTA...
And I'll attack if it gets past Jurek.
Alrighty. So let's go ahead and roll initiative then, and we will start. Let's see. Mark, you're running Snake. You're closest, so roll a d6. You want to close that door. So
Sure. Not like that.
a 1. Not very good, but at any rate.
Oh, why am I totally out of focus? What happened?
The creature charges out. It is now in the doorway and swinging its tusks back and forth. However, it spent its round closing with you guys because the room was 20 by 30. So Snake is throwing his shoulder in the door trying to shut it when the boar is now in it and has it levered back open. You kind of stagger back a little bit, Snake. Durek, give me an attack roll, please, if you would. I keep inadvertently sticking the module over the live chat. I apologize if I missed anyone's questions.
Yeah, that's a negative.
5 is not going to do it. So, in the new round, what is what is the halfling oak leaf doing, Kevin?
He sees this in the doorway. He's getting out of charge range.
All right, so he's ducking back around in the
Yes.
hall, or just moving somewhere where giant pig will not eat little halfling.
That's right.
All right. So Thane, Kyle, what are you doing? You're muted if you're talking, good sir.
Trying to move my cursor around and unmute myself. No, as far as doing anything, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not getting Duran killed.
Fair enough. All right. Mark, is Snake going to abandon his attempts to close the door and attack?
Yeah.
All right.
Go
And
back to what he knows best. Sticking
I'm
things with the
guessing
sword.
Durek is as well. And Lady Morwen, are you just standing by in case the pig gets loose?
Oh, she's gonna attack. If it's in the doorway and we're all trying to jam it in there, then let's kill it while it's half trapped.
All right, let's roll initiative, and we'll just start at the top then. And go ahead, Kevin, and roll initiative, please, for the party.
All right.
Roll well, coward.
Party because you got I got a 4.
Come
I
on.
got a 4.
It is tied. Its tusk swings go first, being natural weapons.
That cheater.
Cheater, paladin eater. What is Durek's armor class?
Is that a
please?
12? Or is that a...
That's a 12.
Okay.
Armor class 1.
Armor class 1. Okay. And I need to, let's see.
Was that with my are you still one with my dwarf shield, or did you just not take that yet?
Yeah, we haven't gone through the bodies yet. Good sir.
All right. So let's see. 3. I rolled a 12. No, that will not hit. Counterattacks, please.
Shall I go first? I'll go first.
Yes, sir.
This is +1. That will not hit. I don't think so.
No, that will not hit. Neither will that. Lady Morwen.
Another 5.
Lady Morwen, brave warrior.
What didn't that roll? Hey, 1d20. Roll. Forbidden. I'm getting some funky forbidden error message on my...
Hard reload the page and I'll roll it for you, okay?
Control F5.
11 is not going to hit it. Okay. So there's a bunch of weapons swinging and nothing comes down.
Yeah, well, my 5 didn't hit it either, so...
Your 5 didn't hit it. Okay. All right. Second verse, same as the first, I'm guessing.
Yes.
All right, let's roll initiative, and it is over to you, Thane-Guile. D6, please.
I can't hit it with my sling, can I?
No, your friends are crowded around it.
That's what I thought.
Alrighty, I got a 4. What is your initiative?
I'm going 2.
All right. My apologies to the audience for this combat. It is a bit of a bore.
A giant boar at that.
All right, that is going to hit you there, Durek.
I said snake was more appetizing. I mean,
that's 11 points of damage to Durek.
Ow!
Yeah, it butts into you, and you're like, "Wow!" and then it kind of lifts you up on its tusks and bounces you.
Wait a second, Dooms. Did you say that your paladin basically said, "Attack him"?
that was out of character. That was
Brave
you must have read my
Sir
thoughts.
Yep. And then we eat the minstrels. It'll be okay.
Where's some slaves for fodder?
Why, Gonzalo? Why are you taking super chat donations back? I mean, you can certainly open a charge back with your with your card company. I didn't think that joke was that bad. I'm gonna get penalized for my puns.
As you should.
As I should. Oh dear. All right. So let me see.
Our turn?
Oh, Crimson Jester, hello. You didn't do anything. You're absolutely fine. Thank you for commenting over on Twitter. Yes, party counterattack, please. 17, is that?
No. Just a 7. An
It's
8.
7.
Oh.
It's weird.
I know. It looks
Bounced
like a
off the
17 from
Dwarven
here, too.
Forge wall.
Son of a dog
Nice.
biscuit.
All right.
Come on.
Come on, Dooms. You can do it. Get above a 10. Yay.
Yeah.
There you go. All right.
That's
And
terrible,
I
man.
should point out that this boar is, I believe it is a large creature. Let me double check. And if it is, you'll be doing AD12. So
Big pig. Big old
boar, and then what do they
Pig, they
have
were a
it
great band.
listed as? It is a wild boar.
pig.
And
Call him
boar
Mr.
come a
Pig.
wild. Nope, he is medium, so you will be doing a D8. It's the giant boar that is giant. Wow, it didn't like that. Come on, squeal like a pig. Squeal. Reep.
Take that,
Okay.
beast.
All right. Well, now it's as mad as hell, and it's not going to stop attacking. Party members, I'm guessing we're all doing the same.
Indeed.
We're gonna stab it with our steely knives and try to
But
kill the beast.
you just can't kill it.
I guess
all
I'll
right.
use that last Cure Light Wounds on Derek.
Okay. All right. So you're going to move up and do that. Mark, would you be so kind as to roll initiative, please?
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, nice.
It is Ty. It thrashes and misses.
Okay. Let's see what Snake can do.
Oh,
Not damn
Getting
much.
worse.
I think that this is drunken pork. Can't hit it.
damn.
Wow.
9. Well, let me see what its armor class was. That
Oh.
hits. The 18 hits it.
Yeah, I hit AC 7. I believe it's better than that, though.
AC 7. No, that actually does hit it.
Excellent. Would you like to roll first, Duran, or for damage? Or more?
Okay.
I'll do it. Here. 7 points and 2 points, yeah.
So that's 9. 9, and it had taken 7 before. It's not looking good. It's kind of got greasy entrails hanging out, and it is screeching. And
Neither are we.
All right. Third round pays all. Roll initiative, if you would, please, Doomsword. Oh, and
What?
So, sorry. Roll your Cure Light Wounds, if you would, please. Good cleric.
Thanks. Let's see. All right, Derek. No, there's half of what you took back.
All right. It won initiative, and it is trying to kill you still, Durek.
Re.
And let's see, does that get you?
AC 1.
AC 1. Unfortunately, it do. So you just got a bunch of hit points back. And your net loss is only 2 hit points.
Thank God.
Yeah, right. Okay, counterattacks, everyone.
Okay. Let's see if I can finally hit this thing. Yes.
Get
There
it?
you go.
That's a
You
hit.
do.
And D8 plus 1. I did 8 points of
All
damage.
right.
You hew its head off.
Okay.
It drops to the floor, blood pouring out.
Can we please get out of here?
Is with all
Indeed.
the
What is in
pigs.
this room?
I don't
Um,
care.
This is a very
Mood.
This is a very filthy living quarters, but there is no there is nothing of value here. There's 3 beds. You think it may have been where the 3 wereboars lived.
Bear boars.
Bear boars.
Indeed. Well, we should gather up the valuables of our companions and do with them what we must. And we should take the valuables from that chest.
Yeah, let's grab all the stuff off of our fallen companions. And the big guy had something on him. Maybe he was standing in fire. He's got to have something good on him.
That freaky
Indeed.
sightless helmet.
I don't know.
He does have the thing you know is he was hitting with that 2-handed sword.
Yeah.
Let me see. I will give you guys an accurate description of his belongings. All right, so he had the 2-handed sword. He was wearing plate mail. Not really Nothing really notable about his armor other than it is smudged with soot all over. Looks like he did the step into the fire pit trick with regularity. He is wearing a ring on one finger, which is a pretty neat trick if he was wearing it on like 4 fingers.
Big ring.
We shall take that ring.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Yancey or anyone else, are you capable of determining whether there are any dweomers upon any of these items?
She shakes her head.
Duran normally would be able to, but he would have had to have prepared that spell.
Correct.
Yeah, and this two-handed sword is relatively run-of-the-mill.
No, it is exceptionally well balanced, and it glows when you hold it aloft.
We shall take that. As troublesome as it will be.
Yep. Take that. Take the goodies from our fallen companions, and whatever gold and jewels, and that one scroll we found.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Are you taking the items from the larder?
The foodstuffs?
Yeah.
Well,
getting
Snake's
some of
going to
the
eat some
dry-
cheese, but
Yeah, there you go. And we've got the coffer to deal with.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't know if we want to open
Gee,
that
do
up.
any of those keys fit the coffer? Should we just open it?
Yes, one of the keys does fit the coffer.
I stand back.
Yeah.
Just to give
She
her,
opens it.
so I'm not in,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
not in my shadow.
All right. Okay. So in the coffer, there are 2 potions. There is a scroll. There is a ring. And there is a small ebony disc that it's about the size of a coin, and there is a stylized feather carved on the side that's facing up.
Qual's feather token, maybe.
let's take it.
Great. Dump it in a bag.
Could be a challenge coin.
There you go. Yeah,
All
you guys
dumped in
get
a
back to
bag,
this-
and then I leave the coffer because I'm not carrying that thing.
Was the,
Okay.
was the coffer like fancy?
It had a very intricate lock. It's made of hammered brass. The key is fiendishly complex looking. It would possibly thwart a thief used to picking the common 2 or 3 tumbler locks.
I think we have too much else to take, so
Yeah.
It sounded like, stabs and wands and weapons and
yeah.
golden treasures and armor pieces and my goodness.
So let's go.
All right. I'll have Duran. You got the ring and stuff. Yeah. Cool. All right. So
Yeah,
Duran's
we're-
gonna
we're-
take the bracelets and that other scroll and the jet because that's about all he can carry, I think.
All right,
Oh,
so
yeah,
Duran is taking the scroll.
The earlier one, the one with the
The
raised
early one,
lettering.
the raised lighting,
Yeah.
raised writing.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah, Snake grabbed a sack and put the stuff from the coffer into it,
Okay.
and he'll also carry the 2-handed sword over his shoulder.
Okay.
Okay.
Fun fact for you:
Commitment.
before Louis Braille invented Braille, raised lettering was actually used for those that were completely blind.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Snake wants to
tracks.
check one thing out. This guy's head someplace. He had a helmet with no eye holes. This was like, does the guy
Yeah.
have a face? Let's take the helmet off, see if he has a face.
Yes, he has a face. You
Huh.
can't really tell anything other than he had coverings over his eyes.
Snake takes off his helmet. Maybe it's like a magic helmet. Boom. Can he see really good now?
No, he cannot. In fact, Snake is entirely blind wearing the helmet.
Takes it back off, toss it. Can he take it back off? That's the first question.
Right? Turn-
You could have a round ago before it started shrinking. No, it's fine. You lift the helmet off and can toss it aside
Yeah,
easily.
he does. And he puts his normal helmet back on.
All right. So
Didn't
all
become
this has
Dr.
taken
Fate.
quite some turns. So let's see.
I have a 14 strength. She's carrying a decent amount of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. All right. So in the time that you guys search, nothing comes looking for you. Where are you guys headed to?
Right. So we and clearly we got all of our friends' stuff, right? I mean, I'm carrying. Yeah, I know Circumference had a couple of swords, one which has not been identified. He's got a shield. I'll go ahead and equip that shield and
Okay.
his normal magic sword on his behalf and to avenge his death, and sheath the other one.
Alrighty.
I think where we're headed is the crazy guys side, where the zonked out slaves are. Hopefully, still,
Yep.
All right.
and we could
So
at least
have you any
pause for
idea
a
how to-
moment, make a pile, and then figure out how we're going to get out of here from the archers. I apologize, Lady Morwen.
No, it was my fault. But do we have any idea of how to deal with these archers you say will cut us down?
Well, if I can rest long enough, and I can cast Hold Person, but hopefully, actually, one thing we could do, which might be of help, and this is kind of a crazy idea, but if we wait, as well, if we can wait for a time when they wouldn't be paying attention, whether that's the middle of the day or the middle of the night, we could cast Silence as well, and then all of our noisiness wouldn't, make much of a difference. We
Yeah.
might have a better chance that way.
We might also, if we want to attack them, go up the trapdoor to the roof and attack them at their level. They could still shoot
That is
arrows
one
at
way
us,
to
I
go
understand,
about
but when we're down on the ground and they're up on high, there's not much we can do. So if we go up to their level, at least we'll be able to charge them.
And again, I have the potion given to me by my church. They tell
Us
me
too.
that it will allow me to assume the form of any creature.
Oh,
Perhaps I could create a distraction.
quite.
So we'll either sneak out at night, try to cast spells with them if we have to, or find out where they are and somehow dispatch them.
Yep.
That covers the bases.
And we have no idea how to find them?
If they're on the roof, we know a way to get there.
Well, we could wait until night and then go up on the roof and dispatch them.
Do you see
And
well
then
in the
leave.
dark, Lady Morwen?
Hmm?
Do you see well in the dark?
Well enough.
As well as you fight, then.
Well, I certainly don't have your experience, but I knew how to open a door. And I know how to make my own sandwich as well.
Good skill.
Indeed.
We have
It would
plenty
be
of
much valued
pork.
at the temple of Foltus, should you decide to remain there once we return.
Oh, I don't know where I'm going to end up, just as long as it isn't here. Oh,
Indeed.
Well, and you have a child to look after, I believe.
nope.
No,
Not mine.
that was the woman you met with the
right.
madman.
Right.
Do we make it back to the crazy guy's place?
Well, have we decided what we're
Yes,
doing?
yes, you do. You
Yeah.
Once we rest.
yeah.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to rest.
Rest and then decide. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I'll do everything I can to fortify that door.
Yeah.
You know, spike it shut. I've got 3 spikes left.
Okay.
And, my little hammer or whatever.
And just a quick view. Let's see. That is where you guys are currently located. It has not been that long, so while the bodies do reek somewhat, it's not like noisome, like make disease checks or anything like that. Not quite yet. The bodies of all the goblins and hobgoblins and whatnot. I need to. My two monitors are not identical, so oftentimes I'll have a document that's open on both of them, and it makes for next to impossible reading because one is at one resolution and the other is at the other is at another resolution. By the way, I just want to say something. I talk a lot about people who've been hanging around the channel a long time, and certainly I have a great audience. I do have an absolutely excellent audience, and I really, little hiccups aside of randos coming in and being disruptive, which has happened like 3 times ever, and only resulted in 2 bannings. I love you guys to pieces, but I just gotta pause for a second and say that this cat here, Algole, I hope I said that right, is literally one of the first people to ever subscribe to the Delver's Dungeon YouTube channel, all the way back.
Nice.
Literally was like the second person that subscribed to my YouTube channel. And I often wonder, I wonder how Algolai is doing. And there you pop up. Thank you for being a dedicated fan for so long. I really, really appreciate that. And it is lovely to see you. I'm sorry?
It's a fantastic quote. Like their nephew, it's always more heroic when the building is on fire.
It's always exactly that is a great quote. It's always more heroic when the building's on fire. So thanks for coming back to hang out with us this evening, Algoli. Let's see. Alrighty. You make it back, and you guys are going to rest up here for a while. Yes.
Indeed.
Yep.
All right. How long are you going to rest?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Snake is at like half hit points.
2
Durek is probably worse.
weeks. 2 weeks.
I'm except good priest Duran. I owe you my life. I would be dead were it not for your curative powers.
Sadly, I have exactly Jack and to give you, so you're gonna have to wait.
No, I mean, I would be dead in the encounter with the boar had you not healed me.
Well, you're welcome.
Very well. Do we have a idea about what time in the day it is?
You do not have an idea what time in the day it is. Unfortunately.
Well, we know since last you used your land hands, we rested, and then we went adventuring for, it couldn't have been more than 2 hours, probably.
Right.
So if we call that 2 hours, I mean, there's, we can assume we'd have to rest for, 14, give or take, let's say?
Yeah, and I'm kind of wondering if that'll put us in a position where it's nighttime. I mean, I guess the only way to know if it's nighttime is if we were to walk outside.
Yeah. Send someone out.
Just peek out the door.
Grief.
Isn't there a trap door in this room that leads to the surface?
Not,
Like in the
not in this
ceiling?
room. It's
Well,
on the other-
no, I mean in this complex.
Yes,
like-
on the other side, the mirror image area from where we're staying.
Wait a second.
There's a room there that leads up to the roof.
Wait a second, though. There is a room in this area, though, that has a chimney.
Yes, the first room.
You stick your head out the chimney. Look up.
Indeed, that's right outside the door that I just spiked.
Yes.
Well, unspike it.
I certainly do that.
Daniel has a question for you, Bill, or anybody else.
Let's see. Daniel's question. How do I manage resting minimum to regain HPs and spells? That is a good question, Daniel. A safe, clean, dry area to rest in, even if you're just stretched out on the floor, say of a barn or something like that, you're going to regain a hit point. Sleeping rough, just a cave, dungeon corridor, something like that, you're not going to regain a hit point, but it basically takes a day of inactivity to regain that one hit point. Now, as far as spells go, I tend to use the somewhat more lenient rules given in the Dungeon Master's Guide, whereas first through fourth level spells, or I don't remember the ranges, but basically it's in blocks of 4 hours.
First and second is 4. Third and fourth is 6.
Yeah.
Fifth and sixth is 8, etc., etc.
Yeah. So it's blocks of time like that, Dan. Okay. So
Shall we start by resting as long as it takes to get Cure Light Wounds?
Yeah, because then we can I can rest, cast Cure Light Wounds, and then rest for 4 more hours. Cast even if we rest, say, for 14 hours, I can at least do it twice.
Yeah.
That's 12 Cure Light Wounds.
Yep. And Durik and I and Lady Morwen will stand guard in shifts.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
okay, so 4 hours go by, and you are all not you're not troubled in that time. So those of you who wish to rest and or wish to pray and try and cast some spells, you may certainly do so now.
Let's start with Durik here. Durik, you get 12 back.
Thank you.
Zom.
And then let's start with, does anybody other than Snake need it?
You have a couple hit points lost. That's
Yeah, but that's
that's
nothing. I don't plan on getting involved in combat. All right, so Snake gets 14.
Wow.
My next character doesn't ever plan on getting involved in combat either, but so foreshadowing.
It's like who were the like, if you played a true cleric in Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, there were like two major gods of healing, and there was one of them that, like, you were not allowed to ever get in combat. You could cast spells and they had to be healing spells, but if you ever did violence, that was it. It was over. I will award an internet dollar, which is currently pegged at 1% of a Zimbabwean dollar in value. If somebody out in the audience can tell me the Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay Clerics first edition Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay holy orders that were not allowed to ever engage in combat. They could adventure. They're perfectly cromulent adventurings, but you could not attack with them. All right, so back to this. You've lent out some healing. And you guys have that door pretty fortified, right? Who's on watch during this period?
One of
First watch?
Yeah, one of Lady Morwen, Snake, and Durik in rotations. So the first watch, let's say Snake. That was the 4 hours.
Okay. Snake at the door leading to your refuge, your sanctuary. You hear pounding and scraping and blood curdling cries of ook ook. Something is trying to force the door, and you suspect you know what it is.
I have learned to speak monkey. It is a monkey.
All right.
Well, get Durek and Lady Morwen, and prepare ourselves if it breaks the door.
One thing I could do is prep speak with animals. It's not going to charm the monkey, but I mean,
We got a monkey at the door right now. Have you prepped speak with animals?
oh no! I mean, like if we try and go back out in the courtyard later,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
my third level spells kind of suck. So like I'm just throwing it out there for future idea.
I do have a question I want to answer real quick from the chat because this is relevant. You don't know if I made any announcements or not. I have not yet made a decision on that, Odd Scimitar. I certainly haven't. If you know of someone in need of the vast library, please reach out to me on social media. My email address is scrolling across at the bottom there. And do let me know. I will be announcing on probably the 1st of December. I will let you guys know. We're going to have a good holiday season here at the Delver's Dungeon, and I will be announcing on the 1st of December the decision that I've made, what person, what organization, if I decide to do that, to give those books to. So,
cool.
Those of you over at the door, who would be over guarding the door? Would it just be Snake?
Probably.
Okay. One moment, please.
Well, the good news is we finally got some treasure.
The bad news is we're going to get killed by a carnivorous ape.
Yeah, we can't get out of here now.
Well, if we're lucky, it's only one.
And as long as it didn't get into the ale first and it's not a drunk carnivorous ape, so we can hit it.
Yeah. I think the problem was more with us than with that pig.
Something.
I'll
never forget the drunk
I rolled
orc.
1 out of 5. Rolls was over a 10.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I had one of my players this past Saturday failed to roll above a 10 the entire session pretty much, and we did a macro on my dice roller and everything was fine. He was just really, really, really unlucky.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes that happens. Put a drunk orc in a bed, and when it took us,
that was a thing.
He's already laying prone and everything, and it's just like, man.
Was Circumference's shield was +1?
Yeah,
and
it was
he
plus.
had a long sword. His long sword was +1.
Correct.
And you're cool with me using this?
Yeah.
I know your character's dead and whatnot.
Well, go. Well, my other cleric can't use a sword because I'm playing a true cleric. Because when I don't, like, people complain.
Gotcha.
So I'm playing a full cleric, so no one can complain. And he did come in with a magical shield. I would love some +1 armor, but even then, once again, I don't plan on ever being involved in melee combat anyway. So, like, my stats are kind of So I can't carry anything. I can't do anything stealthy, and so it's like one of those things where I'll be playing a heal bot.
Yeah, and of course you can take Duran's stuff, and then I've got a footman's mace +1 that Duran gave me that you can have if you need that. But I think Duran already has one.
Yeah, I don't. As I said, I don't ever plan on getting involved in melee. Ever.
Okay.
Yeah, but you might get surprised.
Sorry for the delay, and we're back to it. The door is yanked open. Where is it? Right there. The door is yanked open. Standing on the other side, grimacing at you, is a carnivorous ape. And He doesn't look happy. Fortunately, he's broad enough in the shoulders that they can only come in single file, but he's definitely trying to force his way in. Snake! Mark, what is Snake doing? I guess I should ask.
Snake's
They-
yelling for backup, and he's gonna hit the ape.
All right. Let's go ahead then and roll initiative, if we could, please.
Who's rolling?
Mark, you're right there. Give me an initiative roll.
Ooh.
It is tied. It lunges out as you lunge forward with your sword. Where did my PDF go? There it is. Okay. So it is going to try and rend you. And it does not. It reaches out and you batter its hands away, and you may now counterattack.
Fantastic. I'm gonna use I'm gonna use the black die. Not that it actually matters, but let's see if I can roll above a 10. 13, which
you
is
did roll above a 10.
AC 2, 3.
That will successfully hit.
Are they in fact large?
They are, in fact, large. Large.
Large.
Or large.
2 points of damage.
2 points of damage. Okay, so you did damage to him. He did no
Bad
damage
monkey.
to you. That's a win.
Bad monkey.
That is a win.
No banana.
I could try something that'd be interesting. It might freak the monkey out.
Okay, so the rest of you guys hear this call for help. Are you heading over there to deal?
Yep.
If I can see it, I'm charging it.
You cannot see it. You will have to move into that chamber where all this is going on.
Right, but I'd have to move to close. I mean, it would take my whole round to move into that chamber and close.
Yes.
So I'll just move to prepare myself for a charge.
She's right behind him.
Okay. And how about Don? Not Don Drexel yet, but is the halfling doing anything there, Kevin?
Yeah, he's just gonna watch and witness. This thing scares the living hell out of him. So,
and thank Kyle. How about Duran? Is Duran just kind of hanging back?
Has it been 4 hours or 6 hours, Bill?
At this point, it has been almost 5 hours. This literally came at the end. You basically had 4 hours uninterrupted rest, almost into a 5th hour. So, and I mean, you could potentially be far enough away that this is not, you're not hearing anything. You're still resting.
Then I'll just keep resting.
Okay. Alrighty. So
Duran just rolls over and says, "Shut up, guys. I'm trying to
yeah.
Quiet down out there.
Slap snooze on the combat. Just a moment. Let me move miniatures.
Snooze.
That's what the silence spell is for, so you can get good sleep."
Well,
Yeah.
so that's actually what I was considering doing. Was casting silence on the monkey to see if that cognitive dissonance would cause it to panic. Because there's probably nothing more disconcerting than like hearing everything around you go blank,
Yeah.
effectively. I've had the same thing happen with my eyesight before, right? Where like, you lose all vision. But obviously sounds a little different.
But that's got to be pretty freaky. So
It's
Yeah.
yeah. That was a fun day.
All right. So, pardon me. In the new round, are you charging it, Durek?
Yeah. So that's
do
so I
execute.
can, right?
Yes. Do execute your charge.
All right. I shall execute my charge now, bearing circumferences +1 longsword.
Kerstab.
Come on.
4, 5, 6, 7.
AC 9. And
Yeah, it just it's closer than you thought, right? Basically, if it hadn't like
Right.
lifted its arm up and leaned back, you're pretty sure you would have gotten it. All right, so Mark, Snake is going to continue to fight, correct?
Yes, he
La-
will.
Lady Morwen, you going to lean in there and try and short stab it?
Yep.
All right, roll initiative, and let's have GPA roll it since Lady Morwen is in the mix. I got a 3. Party got
All
a 4.
right,
Party
got
will go
4.
first. Okay. Mark for Snake.
Very nice.
6,
That's a
7, 8,
six, yeah.
9 will hit.
Wait, where are you getting a 7, 8, 9?
Plus 1
I have
for
a
your
s-
strength, plus 1 for the sword.
It's not a magic sword. Although maybe
I
it
thought
is-
you
now-
I thought you picked up one of the magic ones. I
no,
thought
no,
you
no.
picked up one
I
of
didn't
them.
pick up the magic sword. So
Okay.
I just rolled a 7, so I think that fails.
Yes, that will miss. All right, Lady Morwen. Uh, 14,
El
You
Smacko.
level 0.
0.
it is likely to be a hit.
14. A 14 just hits.
Nice. Boop doop 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 doop. Oh.
That was the perfect sound effect preceding that roll, by the way.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done that.
You should have recorded
Jinxed
it so you
myself.
do it every time.
That's Lady
Doo-doo.
Morwen's fight music. Doop, doop.
Doop 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 doop.
Okay. Let's see. I know what the carnivorous ape is going to do. They're trying, like, this thing is leaning forward hard and trying to push you guys back. Let's I'm assuming it's just going to be stabbing attacks now, correct?
Yeah. Is there like 2 more behind it? Is it
Yes,
carnivorous
there are
ape
3.
centipede
There are
or
3
something?
total. There are 3 total in the hallway. They're lining up like marbles in a chute. All right, let's
Hold
roll
the
initiative.
archway.
Wow.
Let's roll initiative and let's get it Doom Sword. Roll me an initiative, please. I got a 4.
Come on.
3. Okay. It is. You heard it there, Snake. So it wants to hurt you back. It hits you once and inflicts 3 points of damage with a clawing attack.
Okay.
Alrighty. Counter attacks, please.
Okay. Let me
I should just
try again.
use the
Nope.
big bad guy's sword.
7, 8. Let me double check that 8 because Snake is actually fairly high level.
5th level fighter.
Fighter 5.
16
That's-
hits 0.
Yeah, that's that would be a AC of 8, I guess.
Oh, just misses.
Damn.
All right. How about it there, Durek? That will not hit. Lady Morwen. That will also miss. Next verse, same as the first. Kevin, I'm assuming that Oakleaf and Yancey are not getting involved in this.
Well, I mean, Oakleaf definitely cowering. Yancey maybe cast confusion if they're smart enough.
That would help. Oh wait, does that have a minimum intelligence requirement?
I thought it did. I thought it had to
no.
be like animal or above. But
These guys are definitely animal.
Well,
yeah. I mean,
yeah.
it's got to be like non-intelligent is not going to get confused.
Yeah,
They're bio robots.
Have you seen
But
their
yeah, I
brain?
mean, anything with any kind of an intelligence, even if it's 1 or 2 points, can get confused.
yeah. So
All right.
I mean, she hasn't cast that in some time, so she should have that available after sleeping.
All right.
Right.
Yancey. Well, it's 1 time per day.
Right. Well, that's what I mean. It's not been happening. So
Yeah, I don't, as such, recall that Yancey has cast that in 2 or 3 sessions.
that's right.
All right.
Yeah, last
They're
time it was in
medium
that
size, right,
courtyard or
Bill?
whatever.
No, they're large.
Oh, they're large. They are large.
Yancey will
Damn.
proceed in that direction and be able to get there in this round. And she sees the bad monkeys, so you can cast that in the next round. I will move Yancey's token over there.
Okay.
And for those who are curious, yes, there is a Yancey miniature. I 3D printed one and painted her up.
Yeah, monkeys aren't people, so that won't help.
You don't have Hulk Monkey?
I mean, yeah, they might have the intelligence of toddlers, but yeah, no.
Do you have Shock the monkey?
Shocking grasp.
I
All
want
right.
the monkeys on my
smells,
back.
specifically monkey-related.
I mean,
monkey-related spells.
I can throw a snake at them.
All right. I know what this thing is going to do. You guys know what you're going to do. Let's roll initiative, and we will start. I think we're going to have GPA roll at this time. I got a 2. Party got a 3. Party
Woo.
goes first.
Okay, let's see if I can hit anything. And the answer to that question is no, I cannot hit anything.
No. All right.
F
Eric,
these
you
cyber
missed.
dice.
Lady
What the heck?
Morwen. Lady Morwen.
No,
That will not hit.
no.
All
Cyber
right.
dice suck. I need another camera and real dice.
I'm going to
rolling
pick
on a
the dice
table.
that Bill uses. They're good.
Only for me, baby. Only for me.
Yeah,
That is
sure.
2 point. That is 2 points of damage to Snake.
2 more points of damage. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Yancey is going to cast Confusion in the next round. Party is going to continue to attack. Let's roll initiative. And Kevin, how about you roll initiative because Yancey is there?
Okay, sure. Let's do it. You got a 6, of course.
All right.
I'm going to pick up purple dice so it's confusing on which one is mine.
Yeah.
All right. An 11 and a 4. Both of those miss. Let's go melee attacks, please.
Okay. I'm using the same color dice that Bill says uses. Let's see if it works. Yeah, it does.
It did.
You got a
Shocker.
77?
No, you got a 12.
You can't read them, but they roll better.
What's funny is I read those better than any other die.
So
They're great dice. I mean,
I-
if you guys changed up the body of the dice color but kept the font and the white pips, these would be
I wish we
Perfect.
could.
so did the 12 actually hit?
the 12. Yes, the 12 hit.
I did.
And this is a
Fantastic.
large creature.
I did another 2
Nice.
points of damage. No banana.
Okay, you're supposed to hit them harder than that.
Your attacks on these gorillas are not very appealing.
But
They're not very.
they're so cute with their little hats and their little vests. I just can't hurt them.
Were you meaning ape eeling?
I hate every ape I see, from chimpanzee to chimpanzee.
So good. So good.
Remember, folks, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons First Edition is a very serious role-playing game.
Yeah, we're
We're not
playing.
here to have fun. We're here to play Dungeons and Dragons. All right. Okay. Next round, this thing is like he's like slapping you on the head and kind of like, if I can just get my thumbs in there, I can peel this fighter and eat him.
We got a confusion, right?
Yeah.
Confusion. So yeah, they need to make some saving throws. All right. Ape does not save. Ape is confused. Ape does not save. Ape is confused. Ape does not save. Ape is confused. So they're all confused. What happens in this round with the confusion
They
spell?
all go berserk.
Yeah, it's all hostility, and they all just attack everything right in front of them.
Mhm.
All right, let's see.
They go ape, Beep.
Yeah.
Keeping you monetized.
They're
Don't wanna
gonna sing the song that they hate every ape they see.
Yeah.
Man, they should have been confused why they're not hitting and we're not hitting. Why, like, nothing's happening.
Whoa!
Uh-oh.
Whoa!
Oh,
Camera down.
what happened there?
Earthquake in Florida?
Just a moment.
Oh no!
That's if the camera had been mounted to the table, that would have been much worse.
Oh my
for a
God,
split
yeah.
second, I thought the entire table was flipping over.
That's what I thought.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is a tear off from
Hopefully
the
that
Blair
was
Witch
just the
Project.
webcam. Yeah, that's just one of those Logitechs, not the nice cam.
So, why is it always apes and not beeps or seeps?
They came first. They got the first name.
Okay, we're back. I have no idea why that would have fallen over like that. There's no pets in here. I'm not wrapped up in a wire. It literally just jumped off the table. Maybe it was so tired of my dad jokes it just
It's
decided
the
to kill
puns.
itself.
It's the puns. It
It's
committed
the
suicide.
puns. It tried to self-destroy.
Mm-hmm.
I will self-destruct. Okay. Here we go. Rolling. Let's see.
Algole says it was gravity.
It was gravity.
Daniel thought cat. Nope, no cat.
No,
Gravity
no
doesn't
cat in
exist.
here
The
right now
Earth
to cause it.
sucks.
Oh, there goes
Um,
gravity.
Oh, well, we need to see how many it will affect. Roll 2d4, Kevin, for Yancey. I was forgetting my confusion. I was getting confused about my confusion.
I
It's
forgot there's a
5.
number.
It's 5. Okay, so it got them all. Plus a possible number of additional creatures determined by subtracted. Da, 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 da. She was centering it, so it was only getting them.
Yeah, she's crafty like that. She doesn't hit the party with spells like Marius.
Marius was like,
Close enough.
walk it off, rub some dirt on it.
It'll be
They'll
fine.
basically they'll get a saving throw in the next round. All right, so the first one. Do you want to roll the percentage dice, Kevin, to see what
Sure.
they do?
What
All
the
right.
heck?
First one. Roll percentage dice, please.
All right. Let me make sure that the 2 10s. Nope, that's a D8 and a D10. That is not what I want.
That will not. No.
There we go. This is it. Wait, 14.
14. Let's see. Stand confused for one round. Roll a d6, please. We're going to see which one it was.
Okay. It's number 6.
All the way in the back. Okay. Roll your next percentile.
Okay. 94.
Attack druid and or his party for one round. Roll a d6 to see which one that is.
Duck King
They were
Bay
already
9
doing that.
E4. Starproof percent.
Let's see. That is the one in the middle. Roll percentage dice again.
Okay. 84.
Attack druid or his party for one round. That's going to be the one in the front. So on the one hand, good for you. On the other hand, but was it really? So this is 1 round per level. So it's going to be 9 rounds of confusion. And we are in the first round and it is up front. It is going to attack. Party's going to attack. Roll initiative. Let's see. Thank Kyle. Roll initiative for the party. You've been lying over there asleep,
Sure.
wondering why one of your party members nearby is eating banana now laters and not
4.
offering you any. Other than that, not really curious. Okay, a 4. Party goes first. Durek, stab.
You want to go first, Dooms?
I was commanded to do so.
Yeah.
That will
I
hit.
shall.
That is a large creature, so roll some damage, please. D12. Okay, death from 1,000 cuts. All right. How about snake, please? That will hit.
These
Roll your
purple
damage.
dice do roll better.
Mm-hmm.
7
All
points.
right.
That's 6 times better last time.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, yeah, it's pretty bashed and beaten up. And finally, Lady Morwen.
Yeah.
That will hit, Lady Morwen. Short sword versus large. I'm not sure what that actually is.
I thought they were
I'm not
both
sure.
1d6, weren't
I
they?
think it is.
1d6
It's-
plus
Yeah,
one.
it is. It is.
It's 1 to 8 for large.
Oh, it is 1 to 8. All right, so roll
Is
a
it
D8.
a 1D? It's a D8. Oh,
It is
nice.
a D8. Yeah. Okay. Well, you did a little bit more damage. It's a little bit larger. It's very bloodied and screams in rage and lunges out and tries to put its thumbs into your eyes there, Snake. It hits with 1.
That's 11 or the 17?
It hits with 2.
Oh, is this where we get the rend mechanics?
This is where we get the rend mechanics.
Oh, no.
I have never been on the receiving end of this.
Well, you are now. And
Yes.
And now, all
Oh
your
my
players-
God! Look at that. 7
Beautiful.
point. That literally that could have been as high as 16,
Is that
and it was
you
only
got?
7. So you
Monkey?
took a little less than half.
7.
You took a little less than half.
And somewhere your players are crying out in sweet,
Yes.
sadistic revenge and going,
Yeah.
why weren't you dead? Killed
Exactly.
us.
All right, so we've got another round before we wrap up. I think this evening. Let's roll initiative and Kevin, roll initiative, please.
All right. You want to kill the party. That's why he's asking me to roll.
Of course.
Oh, I got a 6.
There you
Mm.
You'll roll a 7.
Yeah. On that die, you can roll a 7.
go. Natural attacks go first.
Told you.
However, Kevin, roll a d6 and then roll percentile dice.
All right. I'll do them all together just because.
No, I'd prefer them. All the dice
50
together.
yeah,
Okay.
54 and 1.
So the one in the front. Let's see, and of course I scrolled off of that. All right, so 54. We'll stand confused for 1 round.
Perfect.
Let's see. Let's see. The other one was attack druid or his party for 1 round. So, go ahead and roll a d6 and percentage.
93 and 1.
Reroll the that is attack druid in his or her party. So reroll your d6, please.
It's 3.
It's the middle one. All right, the middle one still wants to murder you guys, and it's screaming at its fellow, clawing at him, trying to drag him out of the way. And so the last one, you just have to roll percentage for. Let's see what it does.
52.
It will stand confused for another round. Okay, this thing is now standing stock still, so it still requires normal 2-hit rolls. It's not held or anything. So let's start with Durek attack.
All right, and it's no bonus or anything like that.
No, nothing like that.
Bah! Wouldn't
Well,
mind
better
anyway.
to spend it now, right? All right. So next up would be Snake.
9.
8,
I think that's
9.
an AC 7.
That will hit. The purple dice are the. I just
Are
grabbed
better.
those by default because they were easy to read.
8 points damage.
8 points of damage.
Yes. Yes, I saw what you did there.
Thank
I
you.
hope you're proud.
It doesn't look good. You stab it and it just kind of looks at you. Ook.
It didn't look good before.
Yeah, it's looking even less good now. It kind of staggers a little bit, just sort of pushes you. Well, it doesn't even push you. It just kind of brings its hand up to the quillions of your sword and pushes it out. There's a bit of a spurt of blood, and it's sort of shaky on its feet. All right, well, that is going to end the round, and I think we're going to go ahead and call it an evening there. We will be fighting apes tomorrow, or rather next Tuesday. I don't know if we're going to be fighting apes tomorrow. That's up to Kyle's wacky die rolls. Because, folks, we are going to be back with more first edition AD&D play. All the rules apply. Please ask questions if you have them. Watch and enjoy. Kyle's doing something a little different. We're doing random hex crawl adventures. Kyle likes to run for shorter periods of time than the larger campaigns. So next week is probably the second of not many, but do tune in. I hope you will enjoy it. Big shout out
chat
to all
is lighting up very well.
Yes. Big shout out to all of my players who were here tonight. Thank you to Doomsword, to Kevin, to Mark, to Graph Paper, and of course to thank Kyle. Tim, if you're out there watching, brother, can't wait till you get back, but I know you're out there doing important grown-up stuff. I want to be Tim when I grow up. I just want to mention that. But anyway, thank you to everybody who was here tonight, particularly out in the audience. I love you all. It was wonderful to see you, Alioli. Thank you for being here. We'll be back tomorrow night. Kyle will be running the show, and I will get to play. You will witness a rare thing, Bill Sylvie getting to play some D&D. But you know what, folks? You know what? You got to watch out for? It ain't the carnivorous apes. It's those damned owl bears. So keep your eyes open for them. Good night, everybody.
Have you seen my owl bear? Here's to all the weirdos everywhere in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owl bear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around. Some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. Can you ride a crooked horse without a saddle, way off course? Naked as a toad, all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in his little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow. From action flicks to dancing dicks, just take me to